Hey, welcome back to the channel. In this post profits review, I'm showing you a smart automation tool that turns your regular Facebook posts into lead pulling machines. No paid ads, no cold DMs, just automated traffic, engagement, and sales working for you 24/7. This is perfect whether you're a total beginner or a seasoned marketer looking to tap into tier 1 traffic without blowing your budget. Now here's where it gets even better. I've locked in a special lifetime access deal, one-time payment, all upgrades included, and I'm throwing in exclusive bonuses to help you drive even more clicks, leads, and commissions from day one. Before we dive in, do me a quick favor. Like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. It helps the channel and make sure you don't miss these real, no-hype reviews. Check the link in the description for special offer pricing and your full bonus list. Trust me, you'll want to see what I put together for you. Now let's get into the demo and review.
My personal Facebook page here, and I'm going to demo post profits on this post right here. All right, so hopefully you guys are familiar with posts like this. If you're not familiar with posts like this, then you can always take my free training, and my free training will explain to you what these posts are and how they work. But you can call them profit ladders, you can call them comment ladders, you can call them two-step posts. You know, people to you what these posts are and how they work. But you can call them profit ladders. Sorry about that. So you can call them two-step posts. People call them all sorts of stuff. It's a way that actually marketers use Facebook to generate leads and to make sales. So you can see here in my post, I'm just asking people if they want to get this software for free to actually help me test it out. We're actually testing out post profits right here. And literally, I'm just asking them to comment this tag below. And then what I will do is I will go in and I'll actually respond to all their comments, and I will send them a link where they can actually buy the software. Now, what we used to actually have to do is we used to have to either go in and manually do all this, or we would have to hire somebody to actually go in and do this for us, so we weren't actually spending our time. And you can see there's 137 comments, so it's going to take me a little bit of time to actually go in and reply to every single comment here, and then follow up with these people with a message and send them a link where they can go in and become a lead, or they can go in and make a purchase and become one of my customers. So these two-step posts, or these comment ladders, are very common on Facebook, and a lot of people use them, and you're probably using them too. And you've probably realized that the more you grow your friends list, and the more that you grow your reach, and the more marketing that you do, the more engagement that you get on your post, and the longer that it actually takes you to go in and reply to everybody. And what I've noticed is some people don't actually understand how the Facebook algorithm works. We provide training on all that. So what they'll do is they will go in and reply to all of these comments basically at once. And when they do that, it really actually hurts their reach, and they don't get maximum engagement on their post. So now I'm just going to go in. So hopefully you guys can understand now what post profits will do. Post profits will actually go in and automate this process for you. It will automate replying to every single post, and it will actually follow up with them and send them a message through Messenger so that they can go out to the link. And the reason that you want to send your call to action, or the link that you're sending them through Messenger, is because you don't want that link on the post for several reasons. One, if you put that link on the post, Facebook somewhat penalizes your engagement because you're taking people off of Facebook, and Facebook doesn't want people to leave Facebook. They get paid for you to be on Facebook, so they want to keep you on Facebook. So whenever you have posts that are sending people away from Facebook, they don't give that post as much engagement and they don't give it as much visibility as they would a post that doesn't take somebody off of Facebook. And then the other reason that you don't want to leave the link or the call to action in the comments is because then you're disincentivizing people to go in and comment on your post like you're asking them to. So I'm asking people to comment on my post. Now, when they comment on my post, if I give them the link that they need in the comments, what will happen is as more people come and actually see this post, they will start to read the comments. And whenever they see the link, they themselves won't comment the keyword on the post because they don't need to get the link, because you've already posted the link on the post. So they just find that link and they go off there. And when people don't comment on your post, again, you're actually losing engagement. So you're getting less leads than what you could have. So post profits is going to actually automate all this for you, and it's been built to work specifically with the Facebook algorithm and give you the most possible engagement on your posts. So the first thing that you're going to do after you sign up for post profits is you're just going to actually download the extension, and you are going to install it. once you download it and install it, you're going to find the post. And I just want you to keep in mind that this works with as many posts as you want to set it up for. So it doesn't just work with one post and then you got to tear it all down and build it for a new post. If you're like me, you probably have several different posts on Facebook that you're using for lead generation or you're using to sell your stuff. So Post Profits will actually work with all of your posts at the same time. So I'm going to go and show you how easy it is to set up. You're just going to click on this little button on any of your posts. And then you're going to click this link right here that says use Post Profits. So we're going to go in and we're going to set this up. And before I set this up, what I want to do is, so I know that I'm going to reply to everybody's comments here. And I also know that I'm going to send them a message. And since I'm going to send them a message, what I'm going to do over here is I'm going to go into the settings and I'm going to create my messages that I'm going to send. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create message segments. Hopefully you'll be able to understand really easy through this demo how message segments work and how message groups work. If you don't fully get it, don't worry. We do have a full training program to teach you how to use Post Profits so that you know exactly how to use it. So I'm going to create a message segment here. This message segment is going to be called standard greeting. Okay, so I'm going to make a standard greeting and I'm just going to basically put in different greetings here. Hi first name, hello first name. So I'm going to put in multiple here and you'll see why I'm doing this in a minute. So just going to put in several different greetings here. So now I've put in 5 different standard greetings here, and this is how my message is going to start. It is going to start with this greeting. So I'm going to go ahead and save that there. And yes, Post Profits will work in groups as well. So it will work in your Facebook groups. It will work on pages. It will work on your personal profile. Literally will work any place that you're advertising on Facebook. So I've created my standard greeting here. Now I'm going to create this standard greeting I'll actually use for all my posts. Now I'm going to go in and actually create something that's going to be very specific to this post. So first I'm going to go in and create a Post Profits link. So here I'm going to actually put in a link where they can go and get Post Profits. And I've actually created one in another software of mine called Link Wizard so that I can actually go in and track all my sales and everything that are coming from this. So now I'm going to come in here, back to here, and I'm going to go to my segments. I'm going to add a new one and I'm going to call it Post Profits link. Here's the link to sign up, first name. And I'm going to put that link in there. I'm going to add a couple more of these. Here's the sign up link, first name, and then put that in there. You can check out Post Profits here, first name. And I'm going to put that in there. So now I've just actually created 3 of these links so I can send them. And I'm going to save that. And I'm going to create one more segment here, and it's going to be called Post Profits Post. And then I'm just going to add in here, you wanted to check out my latest software, Post Profits. So I'm going to add that there. I'm going to create a couple more of these messages. So this is all I'm going to use for now. And I'm just going to save those. So now I've got my message segments created. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a message group real quick. And this is going to be for my Post Profits post. And I'm just going to actually build this with a standard greeting. And then I'm going to have that segment that's the Post Profits post. And then I'm going to have another one, which is the link. And I'm going to add that there. And then I'm going to make one more, and that's just going to be my standard greeting. And then I'm going to put the link next. And then I'm going to put in that post right there. And that's everything that I need. So now I have my messaging. Now I have my messaging set up. All right. Now I have my messaging set up. Now that I actually have my messaging set up, I'm going to go in and actually create the automation for this particular post right here. So I'm going to go in and create this automation. Again, what we're going to do, we're just going to click on these three little dots, and we are going to click this button that says use post profits. What that's going to do, that's going to open up this, and it's going to actually allow us to fill out this automation. Remember, we can fill one out for every single post that we want to run this automation on. So I'm going to call this post profits giveaway post. For my posts, giving away a free lifetime access to post profits. So here we're going to go in and actually set keywords if we want to set keywords. And you'll notice here that I'm asking these people to actually put in this keyword post profit. So now I don't have to use this keyword if I don't want to. I can literally reply to every single comment if I want to reply to every single comment. But since I've asked these people to put in this particular keyword, then I am going to actually use this particular keyword as the keyword that I need to find to be able to actually trigger out this reply list right here. All right. So anybody who's commented on my post with that keyword, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reply to their comment with one of these replies that I'm going to put on this list right here. So I'm just going to go in and put in a few of them. So I just sent you a DM with more information. I'm sending a message. I'm sending you a private message with more info. So I'm going to get rid of that one, sorry. So here what I'm doing is I'm just putting in multiple replies that I can send these people so that I'm not constantly replying the exact same thing over and over. That's exactly what I did with my messages, if you didn't realize. In my messages, whenever I created those message segments, and for each message segment, I created multiple variations of the message. That's so whenever I'm sending out messages, every time I send out a message, it's a little bit different than the message before. It's not the exact same message that I'm sending over and over and over. So Facebook doesn't get mad at me. Facebook doesn't say, oh, hey, you're doing this too fast, or you're copying and pasting the same thing. It just allows me to fly under Facebook's radar, automate everything that I need to automate, and not get in trouble by the Facebook police. So here I have 4 comments that are going to go out, and I could continue to put in multiple comments here. I could put in a huge list. I could put in 100 of these if I wanted to, but just for this demo only, I'm just going to put in just these 4. You just remember you can put in as many as you want, all right? So this right here, it says enable fallback reply list. So I'm going to do that, and what this will do is, remember, I asked these people to actually go in and post this keyword. So what will happen is anybody who posted this keyword will get one of these messages, and then they will also get this message from me. I'm going to send them this message as a private message through Facebook. Anybody who commented on my post but they did not use this keyword will get this message. So if you look, you will find some people that they just don't know how to follow instructions. Okay, well, that happens all the time. There's just some weird people. They don't know how to follow instructions. Somewhere on here, you will probably find somebody who like this person right here. They did not follow instructions. So this person is not going to actually get the message that I'm sending to everybody else, okay? Because they didn't actually follow instructions and they didn't actually use my keyword. So that person will end up getting this message. And I'm just going to send them, you didn't use the right keyword. Try it again. Wrong keyword. Try again. Since you used the wrong keyword. All right, so again, here I can do the exact same thing. Here, I can do the exact same thing. I can go in and I can put in multiple messages here so that I'm not giving the same comment over and over and over again to the people who didn't follow instructions. Okay, so I'm just going to use 3 for now. I've already went over this. We went in and actually created this message together at the beginning of the demo. We created a message group. We built that message group from message segments. The reason that we use those message segments is because for each message segment, we can use multiple variations of that segment so that, again, whenever we're sending our private message through Messenger to follow up with our link and our call to action, it is not the exact same message that's getting sent out over and over and over again. So Facebook doesn't get mad. They don't throw you in Facebook jail. So I'm just going to pick that message right there. I'm going to pick this that I want to tag my user. So what this will do is whenever I reply to a comment, the first thing that I'm going to do is actually tag this person. That way they get a notification that I've replied to them and that I actually tagged them in a comment. Since they get that notification, they'll get a notification right up here. They're more apt to actually go in and look at that comment. So I'm going to go ahead and tag these people. Now, here is something that says minimum time to reply in seconds. All right. So what this means is how often are you going to reply to these comments? Are you going to reply to them every 60 seconds? Are you going to reply to them every 5 minutes? How often do you actually want to reply to these? All right. So for the demo, I'm going to use 60 seconds so that we're not waiting for forever to see this software in action. But in all reality, from working on Facebook for the last 2 years and doing heavy organic marketing on Facebook for the last 2 years, I found that between 10 to 15 minutes is the best way to actually respond to people. Because if you respond to this person right now, what will happen is as soon as I reply to this comment, Facebook will actually start to show this post in everybody's newsfeed again. All right. So as soon as I reply to this, what will happen is Facebook will stick my post right up here on people's newsfeed where they can see my post again. So if I'm replying to these all in a row and I reply to one and then 30 seconds later I reply to another one and then I just keep replying to them really, really fast, then what happens is I'm losing out basically on free marketing dollars. Because if I wait 15 minutes, what will happen is as soon as I reply to this comment right here, Facebook will put my post right up here at the top. And then by the time, 5 minutes, 10 minutes passes, my post is starting to get down here at the bottom. So now if I go in and actually reply to a new comment on the post, Facebook will stick my post up at the top again. So if I just go in and I reply to everybody all at once, my post kind of stays up at the top and I'm losing out on a lot of free engagement and a lot of free marketing and advertisement basically from Facebook because I'm replying to everything at once. So here I recommend that you use, 10 minutes to 15 minutes. For the demo, I'm just going to use 1 minute so you guys can actually see how it's working. This is a random delay here. All right. So this random delay is just a random number that it's going to put on top of your 60 seconds. This is going to be the maximum. So I'm going to go in here and put 30 seconds as a maximum. Now here you can pause after so many replies. So what this means is you could literally go in and say, hey, I want you to reply to 5 comments. And then after 5 comments, I want you to wait 5 minutes and then reply to 5 more comments. And then we wait 5 more minutes, then reply to 5 more comments, then wait 5 more minutes. All right. So that's what this allows you to do. And then here you can actually put in another random delay for this process right here so that Facebook is not seeing a common pattern. I'm going to leave that blank for now. Again, we do have a full training program outside of the demo. We do have a full training program to go back over this and make sure that you know how to actually use this properly. And then the last thing here that we have is latest post engagement. So I personally am going to actually check yes for this. And what this does is if you're on your post, and you go in and Post Profits replies to a comment, all right? So let's say Post Profits is going to automatically reply to this comment for you, and then it's going to send a message to this person, all right? Now, as soon as that happens, what Facebook is going to do, it's going to take this post, it's going to stick it back up in the newsfeed and basically give you free marketing and let everybody on your friends list and actually even their friends see your post. As long as your post is public, everybody can see it. So now Facebook is giving you free marketing. It's showing your post to everybody again. They get to see your post in your newsfeed again. Now that new people are seeing your post in your newsfeed, some new person could come in here and comment on your post. All right. So this is a new person. They've commented on your post. So if you pick this, the latest post engagement, we will take those new comments into consideration. Okay. So if someone else comes in and comments on your post, it will basically reset this timer right here. And instead of waiting 60 seconds from the last time Post Profits actually responded to a comment, it will wait 60 seconds from the last time any person actually responded to your post. So it just, again, like I said, it gets you a lot more engagement. If you turn that on, you will see that your posts will get a lot more engagement. And you'll be able to notice this really easy. And the way that you'll notice it is, like right now, you can see if I scroll down here, to the bottom, you can see when, some of these people commented 3 days ago. They all commented 3 days ago. These people 1 day ago. This person commented 5 hours ago. And once I start actually running post profits, what you will see is, even though my engagement on this post is almost dead, no one else is coming and actually commenting on it. Once I start running post profits, because I'm replying to everything, Facebook will start showing this post in people's newsfeed again. More people will actually come and comment on this, and it will literally, I'll keep getting more and more and more engagement, and I can keep this going for a long time. I've literally kept these posts going for a month or 2 months by replying strategically to people. So now I'm all done. So I'm going to go in and actually save this. All right. So I've saved that. Now that I've saved that, it's pretty easy. All I'm going to do is, anytime I want, I'm just going to come over here to post profits, and I'm going to hit this play button right here. I'm going to run this. So I'm going to hit that play button, and post profits is actually going to go in and do its job. It's going to let you know that it's actually initializing, it's starting, it's doing its work, it's doing its job. What it's doing right now is it's going in and counting all the comments, finding out, are there any new comments? Which ones have I replied to? Which ones have I not replied to? It's getting all the information that it actually needs. And as you can see, it's actually coming in here and it's doing its job. Now, I want you guys to remember that we're actually just now launching this software, so it actually hasn't launched yet. We're literally in the middle of launching it. I'm just doing the final testing, so there could be 1 or 2 bugs, but this is supported by Tier 5. It's built by a professional software engineering firm that has over 50 full-time employees. So if there's any problem, it is fully supported. There is chat support. You can literally talk to customer service reps if you have any issues, and we will literally go in and fix it within a few days. It's not just some software that's built by a fly-by-night marketer that's just going to take your money, and then your software is never going to work and you'll never be able to get any type of support through email or through chat. We're not like that. We're a real company. We've got over 50 full-time employees. We have chat support. We have email support. We have a whole team of developers that actually go in and add new features and build stuff. And we actually have a list of new features that we're building into this to help you guys do viral giveaways and create viral posts. And I'll show you, I'll come back and update that video, probably in like a month whenever those features are built. Right now, we're just going to wait for post profits to do its job. Now, I could come in over here and I could do whatever else I want. If I need to come do some other work, maybe check my calendar and see how many of these software. Now look, post profits is automatically doing its job. See? So it's automatically doing its job. And you can see there, it's automatically done its job. It's automatically replied to this person. So it's automatically replied to that person. Automatically replied to my person here. Like I said, we have a few little bugs. We have a few little bugs to work out, and we will be working those out. But it automatically replied to Joe. So it's tagged him, it's automatically replied to him, and it's actually went in and sent him a message. Let's check out that message real quick. So now it's went in and actually sent him a message. Here you go. Here's the message right here. And it's got a link where he can just click on that link and he can go out and check out the software. Here goes the next person, automatically replying to this person, automatically sending him a message. Boom, there it went, sent him a message, automatically replied to him. As you can see, Pete got a reply automatically. Same thing, here comes Tom. And you can see each time the message is a little different. Tom just got his message actually sent out to him. So you can see it's going in and it's actually replying to these people automatically for me. I don't have to do anything. Now I can just run this. I can come over, I can do my job, do whatever I need to do. I can look and see these different messages. I'll show you that, these messages are not the same. You can check them out and you can see that each time it's actually building, here you can see these are, hey, Pete, here's a link to sign up, Pete. Here's more information about my latest software. You can look at this next one right here. Probably another one's about to be sent out in just a second while I'm doing this. Here's Tom's message. You can see that the messages that are actually being sent out to these people are different, okay? It's not sending the exact same message over and over and over again. It's not sending that exact same message. I can look and see, hey, Tom's already saw this. And actually now that Tom's already saw that, I can go in and actually look. This is a brand new link that I actually just created just for this. And I can already see, you can already see, I'm going to show you, that's one of the reasons I wanted to use this other software, why I wanted to use Link Wizard, is so that I can show you guys in real time. I can show you guys people actually clicking on the link, all right? So that you can see that it's actually working. Here's people that are actually, this was probably Tom that just clicked, because it's these three right here. I can tell these three are actually coming from Facebook, but this one is, you know, somebody in the United States, and they're on an iOS platform. So that's somebody that's actually clicked on my link. That's someone that's actually just clicked on my link. That part's done. So you can see Post Profits just keeps doing its job. You know, it's going in, it's responding to everybody. As you can see, it's just responding to people. And it doesn't matter what I'm doing. I can go in and work in the background. I can keep working in the background. And now the software is just going to keep doing its job. Anytime I want, I can go in and pause it if I want. So if I want, I can see it's replied to 5 out of 134 people already. So I can already see, hey, this has replied to 5 out of 134 people already. All right, now I can come back over here, check my link. I'll be able to run stats and look, okay, how many of these people are actually clicking on my link? Since I'm using Link Wizard, not only will I be able to see how many people are actually clicking on my link, I'll be able to see literally how many opt-ins am I getting? How many sales am I getting? So now I'll be able to actually correlate this one post and see from this one single post, how many leads did I get that actually opted in and gave me their information? How many sales did I actually get? How many people actually bought my thing? I'll be able to see that directly from just looking here, all right? So I'll be able to see that directly from just looking here. I can already see I've got 5 clicks, all right? I've got these 5 clicks here. This guy's probably actually clicked twice. So I can already see that it's working because people are actually clicking the link that's getting into their message, right? So I've sent this link as a message to them. I'm not sending the link as a comment, because that, you know, as you can see, I'm not sending the link in the comment. I'm sending it in their private message. I'm tagging each one, letting them know, hey, check your private message. I've sent you a private message. And then if you look over at my messages, you'll be able to see that all the messages are just going out on autopilot. I'm not actually having to do anything. Here's all my messages, the 5 that's actually went out already. Here's those messages. They're just going out automatically. Looks like somebody has already responded to my comment that I've left them. Okay, so this guy actually responded to my comment right here. He responded to my comment that Post Profits has automatically put on me. So again, this actually restarts my engagement. Since he's actually commented and he's replied to my comment, now it restarts my engagement. If you remember, it will actually restart my engagement so that it's waiting from the time he replies there. And maybe he didn't actually reply to that comment. I'm not sure. I thought he did. I can't see, but my net's going crazy. So this is actually how Post Profits, oh, he did right there. I can see it says right there, he replied. John Vaughn, right on. Thank you. Now Post Profits is just continuously doing its job. So this is just going to run on autopilot for me. I don't have to do anything. This will just run on autopilot. If at any time I want to stop, then again, I can just come in here and then I can just hit stop. Now it's stopped. All right. So now I've actually stopped it. Maybe I don't feel like running it right now. Maybe that's enough for me right now. So I've stopped it. And I could now go in and actually set Post Profits up on a completely new post. If I want to set it up on a new post, I can set it up on a new post. You'll be able to see here what's happening to my engagement on this post now. So let's take a look at my post. You'll be able to see what's actually happening to my engagement on this post. You know, I've got 143 comments, and this will keep going because I'm going to keep responding to people. They're going to keep responding to me. I'm going to deliver them what they're looking for as a message. All right. And then they can go out and they can actually, you know, click on my link. They can go sign up. I'll be able to track how many sales I'm getting because I'm using Link Wizard. If you're not using Link Wizard, you may not be able to track all that. I would recommend you go get a Link Wizard account. It's fairly inexpensive. So I can already see, look here, just running this video, I can already see that I've got a 14% conversion on leads. So if I look over here on my conversions, I've already got 1 lead that's came in from this process. So I already have 1 person that have actually opted in from this process. So I can see that Post Profits is clearly working. It's going in, it's replying to everybody, it's keeping my post relevant at the top of people's news feed because I'm basically massaging the Facebook algorithm to do so. It's delivering my lead magnet or the thing that I'm selling, my call to action. It's delivering it through a message, through a private message, which works wonders. And since I'm using a Link Wizard link, I can literally track how many people are clicking that link and I can see my conversion. So I can literally see I've already got 1 lead just by running this. And if at any time I decide, okay, hey, I'm ready to go run that again, I just come back to Post Profits and then I click run and it will automatically start running for me again. It will go in and do its job again. It will go in, first it needs to read everything, look at everything, see, okay, has there been any new comments? Which ones have I replied to? Which ones haven't I replied to? So it's going to go in and do that. And then now it's going to go in and actually just start replying to everybody again. It's going to start doing its job, replying to everybody who replied with that keyword. And then it's going to actually send them a message. So now it's just doing its job exactly like I need it to do. And again, like I said, while it does this, I can literally do whatever I want while it does that. I can come over and you can see somebody else just saw my post and they've commented post profits. Why? Because Facebook's showing everybody my post on their news feed again, because it's getting engagement. There's activity happening on it. And since there's activity happening on it, Facebook is like, oh, hey, this is an important post. People are commenting on it. I see engagement happening on it. Let's show it to everybody. All right. So that's how post profits works. Hopefully you guys can see how this is actually working, how it can help you. It all runs on autopilot. So it all runs on autopilot. You don't actually have to do anything. You just go in, you set it up, you configure it, and then you just run it, and it does everything on autopilot for you. So it works 100% on autopilot. What you would normally have to manually do, this actually goes in and completely automates that process for you. So you can also go back in at any time you want. You can come in and stop this. You can go in at any time you want, and you can actually edit this. All right. So what you had there before, you can go in and actually completely edit whatever you had before. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go in and I'm going to make this set on 10 minutes instead of on 1 minute, and I'm going to give a 2-minute random delay, and then I'm just going to save it. And then now I'm going to just run it comfortably, because I know that it's just running every 10 minutes, which, like I said, that's kind of like the optimal time for me to run it. So there's a full demo of post profits, how it works. Hopefully you guys can see the value and how it actually helps you out. So now all you have to do is just go sign up for it, and you can start using it today.
So, is post profits worth it? If you're looking for a way to get more traffic and leads without buying ads or begging for engagement, this is a no-brainer, especially if you're just getting started and don't have a big budget. What I really like is this. If you can make a Facebook post, you can get traffic. And we're talking about free traffic, the kind that builds your email list and generates sales daily. No funnels, no tech, no guessing. Just plug in post profits and let it do the work. Now, one thing I don't love, inside the Chrome extension, Tier 5 does promote their other software called Friender, but that's totally optional. You are not forced to upgrade or migrate. Post profits works as a standalone tool, but if you do decide to migrate your account, your Friender access is on the free tier, and your lifetime access covers everything you need to use post profits forever. And speaking of value, I've secured a one-time lifetime access deal at a special low price, and I'm also including 3 powerful bonuses. Facebook Profits, a step-by-step guide packed with insider secrets to profit from Facebook. Link Magic, a link cloaker to help you drive even more free traffic. Affiliate Store, an AI-powered affiliate store creator to start earning with zero product creation. All the details in your access link are in the description below. If you found this review helpful, give it a like, subscribe if you haven't, and let me know in the comments what you think, or if you have any questions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.